Go back to 2016. My other co-writer, he goes, it's 2017. I said, oh, okay. Sorry, I cheated you a year. They, So, like I said, they come fast, they come slow. This one, really slow. So, Keith Urban has a great songwriter in his band. It's Jerry Flowers. He's the bass player. So when you go to the concerts, look up there. He's written a lot of great songs. He's got them out now, Dustin Lynch, Party Mode. He had that Chasing You. Maren Morris and her husband, Ryan Hurd. And anyway, he's great. He's a great writer, great musician, incredible talent. And one day he and I sat in a room and were useless together. And he had this little melody, and I was really trying to find, I was like, what is it saying, what is it saying, what is it saying? And at some point, I don't know, he had to go make money and get on the bus and go with Keith Urban somewhere. And, but right as he was leaving, I just had this little thought, man, it's like, you know, kind of like, well, what if we had a little more time? Maybe we could have got this. And so I just I took that with me and just came up with this little song. And then it was like a year later, I was with another writer, and I said, man, I got this idea that I really like, and I've kind of fiddled on it, and called A Little More Summertime. And it was with Wendell Mobley, and he said, man, I really like that, I really like that. And I said, well, Jerry don't care, you know, I'll call, you know, we'll smooth, you know, Jerry will be all right, because we've all three of us written together. And then we would try it, and it wouldn't work that good, and then we put it away, and then a few months later, we pick it back up and pick it up. And it ended up being about a couple years, 2-3 years or something before we did it anyway. But it kind of, at some point when you're in the room, there's a certain thing that kind of happens when the melody, the lyric, the vibe, this good-looking fella gets in there, sort of makes it work. The boarding up this water town, ain't nobody hanging around. Another gray September day. Was I crazy to think she'd stay? That sun would have just hung up in that sky just a little bit, yeah, just a little bit longer. Those blue waterways would have stayed at her feet on the beach instead of going out with the tide. That wind was a friend that'd still be blowing in like a warm southern whisper on her. Might have stayed forever, never ever left these arms if only I had a little more summertime. Brace myself against the cold, let her memory take hold, stirring that old fire up, as if I don't miss her enough. That sun would have just hung up in that sky just a little bit, yeah, just a little bit longer. Those blue waterways would have stayed at her feet on the beach instead of going out with the tide. That wind was a friend that'd still be blowing in like a warm southern whisper on her. Might have stayed forever, never ever left these arms if only I had a little more summertime, a little more summertime. Thank you, Jason Aldean.